Welcome back to Nodoogg Plays Darkest Dungeon. Alright, in our last mission, we did the tutorial and the first mission, and we sent our healer Molly to stress relief in the Abbey, so we'll go ahead and embark on our second mission. And I think we'll take... So the ruins is still waiting unlocked, the warrens and the wheel are still locked, so we'll go ahead and do a short mission to get our new units leveled up. Get a chalice for the Vestal, which is nice. We can do this and get a damage stone. It's a short, explore 90% of rooms. There's a level 1 medium mission and a level 1 medium mission cleanse. So let's go ahead and do the damage stone one. Let's see here. That gives us 10% virtue, minus 5 max HP. There's 10% damage, minus 4 dodge. So we'll go ahead and do this. And we'll take our new units. So we'll take Croc. She has all the good Vestal, or sorry, all the good Hellion abilities. And she prefers slot 1 or 2. So, can she attack units in the back? That's the question I have to ask. Not really. So we're gonna put her in instead of Ronald. We'll take her in the first slot. Dismiss is gonna go in our second slot, since he can attack units in the back. Yes. She can attack stuff in the back too, which is kind of nice. Unfortunately, though, her skills are kind of lacking, which is where to get like suppressing fire and blind fire, stuff like that. I really like too much the Arbalist, at least as they stand now. We'll take Plague Doctor in slot 3, and then we'll take our new Vestal in slot 4. So this is the party name of Witch Hunters. Sounds good to me. Let's go ahead and provide. Alright, I think in this case we're going to take... This is a clear 90% of rooms, so we're going to take 8 food. We're actually going to take a full stack of food and a full stack of torches. This is the Wield, or the ruin, so we're going to take 3 bandages, take an anti-venom, take a skeleton key, take holy water, 2 shovels. Should be pretty good. Let's go ahead and do this. Once holy idols and shrines have been corrupted to pagan favor gods, holy water could restore them to their rightful condition, and also give a buff, which is nice.
Pace out the halls of your lineage once familiar, now foreign.
So I think we'll just do a loop and then come back around and we'll leave this room for last. Let's go ahead and see what we got. We'll go ahead and if we put a torch on this, will give us a bonus to light.
In radiance, may we find victory.
Alright, combat outside the room. We just surprised him, which is nice. Let's go ahead and plague the guy in the back, Courtier, which sucks. Also, let's go ahead and judge as the Courtier. And he's dead, so we don't have to worry about him. Let's go ahead and bleed the front unit. And we'll bleed the back unit.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Right. Nice dodge and run for the old gods. You don't have to worry about the bleed. That crit kind of hurts. He did resist the bleed though, which is good. And that unit's dead. So we'll go ahead and open vein on this guy. He should be dead next turn. Hopefully we get to go before he does. Nope. That's fine, we get some more food, so we'll use 2 food on Dismas there to heal him. Torch is still light, is still good, so we'll go ahead and head in. No combat in our first room, we did get scouting. So we got big combat down here, combat right before, so we'll go ahead and head down. Obtain stashed heirlooms, 4 more crest, which is nice. Go ahead and crank a torch.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
2 bone rabble. Shouldn't be too bad, and we stunned them. Go ahead and do grape shot blast. Did 3 and 5. Go ahead and bombing vapors on the Hellion. Hasn't gone yet. So hopefully it'll get to go more sooner rather than later. We'll go ahead and do a breakthrough and get this done with.
Their formation is broken.
We'll debuff our Hellion, but
Defensive.
buff canceled that out. We
This
got 150
expedition
gold
at
for it.
least promises success.
Go ahead and head into our big combat room. It's a bunch of spiders. It could be worse. These guys are quick though, so let's go ahead and stun the spitter in the back for one. Go ahead and plague the guys in the back. They probably have a good stun resist or blight resist, but we did get them. Go ahead and grape shot. And then let's do a breakthrough and hopefully get a bunch of kills. Nice. Triple kill. Triple kill. It's going to be a blight attack. It's not too bad. It's only 1 over 3 rounds. But we'll go ahead and cure that. Your hero is blighted. If you wish, you could use anti-venom from your inventory to neutralize it. Right-click on the anti-venom while it's the injured hero's turn. So go ahead and do that. Splat goes the spider.
Give them no quarter.
We got some ruby, some citrine, some gold, and some deeds. I love these descriptions. Blazing lust, fading hope, gold, and deeds. Always a pessimist. Got some scouting. So here's some combat and another treasure room, which probably means also combat. We'll go ahead and see what happens here. Let's see if we can get this guy in the back. Dodge is unfortunate. Especially since he's got a blanket fire and he managed to crit
A single strike.
our plague doctor. So let's judge him. Usually we'll take out the back units because they are they're not the toughest, but they are the ones that are the biggest pain in the butt. That blight not hitting is unfortunate. Nice dodge on the shank, that could have been nasty. Let's go ahead and we'll bleed this guy for extra measure, but he's dead, so it doesn't matter. 3 is not too bad. It could be worse. He is bleeding though, which kind of sucks. We'll heal him up on his turn. Blanket fire comes out again. Another crit on our Hellion, or on our Highwayman, which is horrible. Go ahead and start wailing on the big guy. Man, he cannot be killed, which really sucks. Let's see if we can plague him again. Man, this guy is unkillable. I'm glad we hit the skeleton. Alright, come on. Judge him again. Perfect.
Falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Point blank shot. Oh man, that crit.
For the slightest lapse in concentration.
Yeah, I'm on it. I'm gonna heal you. Don't worry. Alright, you know what? Here, take a buff. Heal the Hellion. Thank you. Oh man, that miss sucks. Point blank shot, that's good hurt. Good dodge. Nice crit.
Champion falls.
Little stress relief. We did get another bandage, some more crest, and some money.
So clearly in view.
Alright, let's go ahead
Or is
and...
it merely a trick of the light?
No, it's in view. Lock display chest. Use the key. And we got some more money. It's not too bad. I was hoping for some crested sigils and such like that. Go ahead and torch up. Head into the light. Into the room. Not into the light. We don't want to head into the light. Alright, this fight might be pretty tough. Let's go ahead and we'll open vein. We know it's not going to do anything besides do damage. Plague the guys in the back. Hopefully get some blight stacking up. We did. This coral could be pretty nasty. Good dodge though. Slash for 5 could be worse. Let's go ahead and heal our plague doctor. That's not gonna do anything. Chance to hit's pretty good. Honestly, not worried about them. I'm more worried about the guys in the back. I can't really do anything with that. So let's go ahead and chop on the big guy with the Hellion, even though we were not supposed to focus the tank. Coral's coming out and did for 6. That's kind of nasty. Good dodge. It really should move you back. And you gotta leave the Plague Doctor alone. Alright.
Now the true test. Hold fast or expire.
So he's on Death's door. We'll go ahead and heal her so she gets off Death's door. Good, and you did get the kill on the big unit in the front. Debuff's a little bad, but it could be worse. Let's go ahead and stack the light up again. Waited for 6.
Slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Alright, that guy should be dead regardless of what happens next turn. Let's get the flash on that guy. Alright, heal the Plague Doctor.
A death by inches.
Sweet, we got some keys to use. Alright, so let's go ahead and open this. We use one of our newfound keys to open the heirloom chest. We got some busts and some crests and some gold, which is nice. Let's go ahead and head back, and we'll just continue down the path. Pack has a map. Pack has a map inside, is what I meant to say. Okay, there's no combat coming up in the next room, so we get a little bit of a breather. Let's crank up the light. Hopefully we can see this trap. We'll do. Who has the best trap resist? Probably Highwayman. Disarmed, is nice. A little bit of stress relief. We'll go ahead and head back to our starting location. Alright, so we have at least one more room of combat to go. Okay, let's see here. Who has a negative quirk? Egomania, the Yips. It's pretty bad. You have known cheat. You have gambler. You have deviant taste and synatophobia. Let's see, so either one of you could use this. Let's use it on the Hellion. Try with the holy water. Nice, 30 stress resist. Nothing to sneeze at there. It's armed again for more stress relief. Let's go ahead and crank up that torch. Head inside. Alright, we'll head to our next room. Should have major combat in it. Crank up that torch, check the package for loot. Another torch, it's 800 gold, it's pretty good. Alright, take out this 3 for 3, it's pretty good for disarming. Yes, no stress, that's amazing. Alright, let's crank up our torch, head inside. Should be pretty nasty combat. Yeah, it could be worse, but that's pretty bad. Right off the bat, just one incantation, good thing he dodged, run for the old gods. Nice dodge. Let's do if it bleeds on the cultist acolyte. We'll go ahead and do a grape shot blast. Hopefully get the kill. Didn't quite. We didn't. Let's go ahead and do dazzling light on the acolyte so we can get a stun. And we'll light the two in the back. Resistance to blight, but it's okay. It's gonna be dead anyways. Quarrel's coming out. For 4, not too bad. Oh man, that crit sucks. And the pushback, which sucks. And the stun. It could have been much worse. It was pretty bad. Let's give a buff to our Hellion here. Remember the old god's coming out for 3. That's a bleed. Go ahead and cure that. Quarrel's coming out again for 7. Alright, let's do a breakthrough. Oh man, that sucks. Alright, heal Dismas. Nice dodge. Nice crit.
singular strike.
Alright, you're gonna heal the bandage. You're gonna move back. Let's go ahead and Wicked Hack the Bone Rabble. Actually, let's do the Brawler for the kill. Let's heal the Hellion. Alright, so this leaves us the Bone Defender. Dead weight, nice dodge. Off our highwayman. Let's go ahead and do a pistol shot. For 6, he's dead next turn if we can get something to hit. He might be dead now. Wicked Hack does 4 to 7. It might kill him. No, but he could miss. That was a pretty big miss too. Let's go ahead and do a judgment on him for 4. Killed me for 3. The exploit's coming out. Good dodge, Dismas. You earned your keep today. And a crit shot for 10 to end it. Nice finisher. As the dust settles, we retrieve 4 busts,
Remind
4
yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
4 crest, and some onyx. This was not our last room. Might be our last room of combat, but it's not the last one we have to explore. Alright, so let's go ahead and head down. It should be pretty straightforward. We'll go ahead and eat. We'll have you eat 2 more. And we'll have you eat 2 more. We shouldn't have to worry about any more combat the rest of this mission, so
The light.
the rest of it should just be picking up treasure. And if we're in good shape, we might see what the last room has. If it's combat, we might as well do it. Nope. Alright, let's go ahead and do our final 2. Oh, deadly disease. Creeping cough. Sucks. Minus 20 damage. Oh, that's horrible. Remember, kids, don't go touching urns. Not a good idea. Alright, head inside of this room. This should complete the quest. It did. Let's go ahead and continue adventuring since it's no more combat. We'll just see what this treasure is down here. Sack's contents are yours. 500 gold. Alright, let's go ahead and end this.
The great ruins belong to us, and we will find whatever secrets they hold.
So we got almost 5,000 gold, 3,000 gold for the quest, a crap ton of heirlooms. Alright, and Croc is level 1, or else is level 1, and Liberal level 1. She got Clutch Hitter. Is nice crit if we get below half health, which is great for healing. It's a little worried about the Cove. We did get Wheeled Adventure. This one's got Wheeled Adventure. Placed Photomania. Not sure how I feel about that. And she got Cove Tactician. So all in all, good stuff. Good stuff. Alright, I think we'll do one more mission.
You will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Before we end this one, the blacksmith has been unlocked, and the guild has been unlocked. So, we got a good amount of money. Let's see what we got as far as heroes go. We got a Seeker Houndmaster. So he does a lot of bleed stuff with his dog. Unfortunately, he's not really set up to do that. He has Hound's Rush, which gives us 50% damage versus Beast and 60% damage versus Marked. So he'd work really well if we had somebody that could mark. A Stress Heal, a Self Heal, and a Target Whistle, which marks the target and lowers its rot, which is kind of nice. So he can do he can mark and then do Hound's Rush, and then we can get Hound's Harry instead of Cry Havoc or Lick Ruins, which would be great. So why don't we do that? We'll show off how the guild works.
A lawman and his faithful beast. A bond forged by battle and bloodshed.
And we're also going to pick up our first grave robber on the Fent. She has the stress faster. It's 100% less. Minus 100% food consumed if stress is above 50. And she has less chance to become virtuous, but that's alright. She has lunge, which is a move forward, flashing daggers, poison dart, and toxic trickery. So We'll go ahead and we'll modify some of these units. We'll show you how the guild works. We'll go ahead and take this one. We're going to sort it by level.
With a keen eye, gold gleams like a dagger's point.
Still can't improve the Heroes Barracks or the Stagecoach Network yet, so we're going to leave that alone. So let's check out the guild.
Make no mistake, we will face ever greater threats. Our soldiers must be ready.
So let's go ahead and reduce the cost of skills so we can train easier.
Every creature has a weakness. The wise hero trains for what he will face.
And we're gonna level up these last three guys. Let's go ahead and unlock what he needs to get. So we're gonna get Hound's Harry instead of Cry Havoc. So we'll go ahead and pick that. 900 gold. Heroes can have only 4 active combat skills at a time. Toggle the skills on and off to change your loadout and watch how it changes the hero's position strength in the display above. Alright, so we're gonna do that. We're also going to change her abilities. We're gonna get Pick to the face instead of lunge. And we get thrown daggers, the toxic trickery. So we'll go ahead and do that. Then we're gonna get alright. So is there any, and then the blacksmith.
The bellows blast once again. The forge stands ready to make weapons of war.
Yeah. First stress is 40, that's not too bad. Hers is 31, so that's not too bad either. So let's go ahead and we'll reduce the armor cost. I think we could start getting armor for people. Nope, not yet. So there's no point putting money into the blacksmith yet. But let's go ahead and we'll level up these new people. Let's go ahead and embark. Ruins is still not bleed, which is not really the best for the dog handler, so we get rid of Cry Havoc and get Hound's Harry. Unfortunately, with the bleed, it's not going to be really good in this position. So we're not going to take you. We're going to take our Grave Robber. Grave Robber in the 3rd slot. We're going to do a medium, or we're going to do another short mission. Manslayer's Ring. So put you in the 2nd slot instead of our Plague Doctor. And we probably, actually, since we're going to do that, we might as well put the Plague Doctor in some kind of stress relief. Let's improve the gambling
With
hall.
enough ale, maybe they can be inured against the horrors below.
We'll reduce the treatment costs. We'll go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and embark. We're going to take the Grave Robber instead of the Plague Doctor. So we're going to take our once again take our Hellion in slot 1. We're going to take our old healer in slot 2. Or in slot 4. And who we got to put in slot 2? We can put one of our we need somebody who could really hit the back units. I mean, she can kind of hit the back units with the poison darts and the thrown dagger. Say we just take, we could use the Hound. Is just not going to do as much damage because there's no bleed, which kind of sucks. So let's go ahead and we'll just fix the, let's fix our Arbalist real quick. I don't think we need Rally Flare. Let's go ahead and get Suppressing Fire instead. That'll work. So you prefer slot 3, so we'll do that. You prefer slot 1. You prefer a slot in the back, so you can heal. You would prefer slot 2 at all, no. So fortunately, that was a waste of money. So I got to take Dismas, so we have somebody in slot 2. Alright. Let's do the short mission. Let's look at Trinkets too, because I haven't been doing that. Nor like any of those, so. I'm not gonna take the hound just because it's not gonna work. I mean, that is pretty nice. You do more damage against unholy. You know what? 100% less damage. You can attack everybody, so that bleed's not gonna help though. No, we can't take you. We'll just take this. Alright, let's do this. Should be another short mission. We'll take our standard 12 food, 8 torches, take 2 shovels, 3 bandages, an anti-venom, skeleton key, and a holy water. Alright, let's do this. So as soon as we get the other arrows unlocked, we'll definitely take the Houndmaster, especially when we get to the Weald. Because you can do a lot of bleed there in the Weald. That and the Warrens.
Pace out the halls of your lineage once familiar, now foreign.
Alright, this is an interesting map. Explore 90% of rooms. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Means we have to do all of them, I think. So do a little bit of backtracking. Go ahead and salvage the Unburned Torch. Heal that up.
The promise of safety.
No surprise, but that's fine. See if we can go ahead and get the kill on this guy in the back for 7. That's pretty good. Then the old god. Oh man, so crit out the gate sucks. Let's do poison darts. Alright, so he's dead.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Go ahead and do it if it bleeds. Should almost guarantee a kill. Let her run for the old man. The crits are horrible.
Cannot be left unanswered.
All right, heal the hellion or heal the grave robber. Not the grave robber, the highwayman. All right, you need a bandage. Yeah, and this guy.
A faint hope blossoms.
Man, I don't know who the highwayman pissed off today, but he is really pissed off. Go ahead and do pick to the face. 6. Then heal the highwayman. We'll finish off with a wicked hack.
Press disadvantage.
Perfect.
Give them no quarter.
Alright, let's head into our first room. Hopefully there's no combat here. There probably is though. Yep. And these are pretty stressful, and we swap slightly. Give ourselves a buff. Poison the guy in the back. Did blight and resisted the debuff though. Tempting Goblet for the Vestal. 15 stress. Poor damage. Yeah, it could be better. That miss sucks. Should have moved it back. Oh man, that crit.
Injury. Palpable fear.
7 damage. That's not too bad. Bump in the night. Before, not too bad.
Confidence.
Nice crit.
As the enemy crumbles.
Oh man, and a crit return.
In a single strike.
Man, these guys are ridiculous. Good flashing daggers though. Good stun. Alright, you move back so you can heal.
Their formation is broken.
Good.
Maintain the offensive.
Good, alright. So it's gonna worry about this guy in the front, which shouldn't be too bad.
Them all.
Poison darts. Good blight. Let's heal our highwayman. Up in the night for 2. It's not too bad. Finish it off with a poison dart. Nice. Alright, anti-venom golem.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the tasks.
Alright, so no combat ahead in that room, but there is combat on the way, so we had to rearrange the party. Let's go ahead and open the heirloom chest with our key. Decent haul. Alright, let's head out. Ah, crap, I hit the wrong button. Onward, not backwards. Let's go ahead and boost our light up. Nice.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Alright, maggots should be pretty easy. Let's go ahead and do the grape shot blast for the opening volley. Breakthrough should get a kill or two. Or three. Debuff. Good pick to the face for the kill. 14 crit. Nice. Pretty simple. Sunlight is still good. Let's head in. Alright, so we have to move. We have to go back and then move around. So backtrack a little bit. Grid is empty. Unfortunate. And torch up. No surprise. Tempting Goblet's coming out. 4 damage. Death's Door plus that's gonna hurt.
Now the true test. Hold fast or expire.
Good dodge. Cool. Three. Okay, good. Nice dodge. Please heal the highwayman for a good amount. 4 is fine. Stun these two. Debuff sucks. Perfect. I'm gonna heal the highwayman again. Nice crit. R&D. Pick to the face for 5, it's pretty good. Open vein. Go ahead and wicked hack him to death. Alright, pretty good. More heirlooms.
This expedition at least promises success.
We don't know if there's combat in here, so let's go ahead and head in. Hopefully not. Let's see. Alright, good, no combat. Yeah, we got some more scouting. Alright, let's head back this way. There is combat right here, though. So, more maggots. Shouldn't be too bad. Blanket fire again. Oh man, I miss. Grave nibble. A little bit of stress, not too bad. Stun sucks, though. Got the 1 kill with flashing daggers, almost another one. Let's do a breakthrough. Grave nibble on the highwayman, but he dodged. And we'll do to the face and that guy. Nice.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Alright, so heading to our next room. See if we get any scouting in here. Make a torch.
As the light gains purchase,
No scout,
spirits are
that's
lifted,
fine.
and purpose is made clear.
Go ahead and eat. Store some health. Make a torch.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We
See what's in this
require
room.
only the strength to follow it.
No combat. No combat in the next room either, and some treasure along the way, even better. What I like to see. Best heirlooms. Nice. Good money. Some scouting there, I'm surprised. No combat. Let's go ahead and crank our torch up. Ah, that sucks.
Curious is the trap maker's art. His efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
Head in. Exact contents are ours. 50 gold. Could be better. Oh, that's nice scouting. Let's see if there's combat in the last room. There is. Alright. And a trap before. Oh, but that was everything. Let's go ahead and we'll continue. I think we could do this just fine. Nice, disarmed. A little bit of stress relief. Alright, let's go ahead and crank our last torch. You're gonna eat. Let's head in. Nice, got the surprise on him. Go ahead and get a buff. Let's do flashing daggers. Dodge kinda sucks. We got some 3. Almost got a kill on that guy. See if we can judge him for death. Nice. Alright, earn for the old gods. No good dodge. Coral. For 4, it's not too bad. Eldritch Pull. Good dodge. Poison daggers on that guy. Oh.
To a killing blow.
Crit's pretty bad. It's not too bad though. And stun those people. Nice. Alright. Almost got a kill. That kinda sucks. Alright, heal the highwayman. Nice crit heal. Good. Need to move you up. It'll get some dot on there. Good. See, can you judge the guy in the back? You can. Good. It's good damage. Good dodge. Bleed him again. Alright, so he's dead next turn, so we just need to worry about the guy in the back. Don't need to worry about him. End it. Nice.
Foolish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
That item had no effect. Let's try a shovel. Nice. Alright. With the quest.
The great ruins belong to us.
So we got a Manslayer's ring.
Find whatever secrets they hold.
4,000 treasure plus 3,000 gold. Plus a lot of busts, portraits, and crest. Let's see what we got. Heroes gain Resolve XP for each successful quest. Resolve XP in turn determines the hero's Resolve level. Resolve level represents your hero's veteranship and directly acts as a stress resistance against the horrors encountered in the dungeons. Below Resolve level, hero that tries a higher level quest will quickly crumble under the unimaginable stresses. Alright, it's good to know. So this is our first level 2. You get Plutomania and Unholy Hater, which is nice. We replace the Early Riser, which kind of sucks. She's obsessed with the paranormal, and Croc is Phobe of the Warrens. Not that good, but it could be worse.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Heartless gamble to recover 69 stress. Survivalist has been unlocked. Sanitarium is now unlocked. Nomad Wagon is now unlocked. Cove is unlocked. The Warrens have been unlocked. Bonifant is now an apprentice grave robber level 1. Dismas is our first level 2. Still so many goals. Alright, survivalist.
At home in wild places, she is a stalwart survivor and a strict instructor.
So survivalist we could use to improve our camping skills. So if, say we drag Dismas here, you can buy different camping skills to use, and they could use 4 at a time, I believe. The only medium and long quest feature camping. So Jealous Humor, Uncatchable, Pep Talk, and Encourage, and these are the ones we already have. So it's kind of like the guild, but for camping. The Sanitarium is most often used to remove negative quirks and treat disease. Disease being green. You could also use it to reinforce a positive quirk, which will lock it in place and prevent a new positive quirk from displacing it. Interesting. You lock a maximum of 3 positive quirks per hero. This is pretty nice. So for instance, if we would lock Warrior of Light, which is pretty nice, we stick Ronald in there. We say Warrior of Light, and it costs a lot of money, 7,500 gold. That's not a kind of money we want to put in at this time. Although Kleptomaniac is kind of nice, it's whoa. But you can do multiples at once, which is nice. We'll do birds runs in. It's still 5 grand, so we're not gonna do that because they'll have that kind of cash flow yet. We will eventually. And then the Nomad Wagon, you can buy
Trinkets and charms gathered from all the forgotten corners of the earth.
Buy trinkets. That one's pretty nice. Dodge and protection if above 75. Suncloak, 10% stress resist. Or less, which is pretty good. For 15,000 is a little expensive though. But you can improve it to reduce the cost, which is nice. And then, alright, so let's check our stagecoach to see what we got. Hey, new heroes. 4 grave robbers, unfortunately. We really need another range, so either a, we could get Iron Swan instead of, Breakthrough, just because Breakthrough does, yeah, so Breakthrough does a debuff. I don't know if it's worth it or not. I would prefer if it bleeds, but if it bleeds, it only does the middle 2, so it's more, might be better. I don't know. There's a lot of options here, which is kind of nice. We didn't really get anything. We really need another ranged class. We don't have enough stuff to improve it yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. If you liked the video, please click the like button. As always, I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.